Something that's often overlooked at World Cups is just the amount of effort and dedication that goes into the riders getting ready for racing. It's a crack of dawn, the sun's not even come up in the pits yet, and we're with Tahnée Seagrave to check out how to warm up for a World Cup race. We've got Tahnée on the turbo trainer warming up, and we've got coach KILMURRAY of Point One Athletic Development. He's going to talk us through what she's doing in the turbo.
So basically what we follow is a simple principle called RAMP. So it's R-A-M-P, raise, activate, mobilize and potentiate. So what Tahnée is doing at the moment is the raise portion. So basically she's just getting her body temperature up to start the day on the turbo trainer, getting blood flowing, blood pumping, especially here we're at almost 1500 meters of altitude. So we use turbo trainer. It's simple, easy, it's what the riders know, doesn't create any issues as they're all mountain bikers, so they ride bikes regularly. And we start real low intensity on the turbo trainer, and if the athlete wishes in the morning to include a few higher intensity sprints or intervals, they can, but majority of the time Tahnée will just stick with a nice simple warm-up to get the day started before she goes riding.
And then the tennis ball as well that she's got in her hand, is that for the elbow injury that she's sustained?
Yeah, so Tahnée severed her medial collateral ligament, so MCL, which is just the ligament inside here, earlier this year, so she's using the tennis ball to help warm up some of the muscles that are now holding the elbow together.
So tell us a little bit about that activation that we saw Tahnée doing.
So once Tahnée got off the turbo trainer, we moved on to the AMP portion of the ramp warm-up, so that's activate and mobilize, the next two bits. So basically we look to just activate the central nervous system and the muscular skeletal system, so get the muscles moving through full ranges of motion and some partial ranges of motion, and generally look to, I suppose, bring all the muscles and the joints through full ranges of motion that you're going to use on the bike, so that when she gets up the hill for her first run, she's not cold and she can move correctly to apply technique on the trail.
So Tahnée's just gone up for a run as well, but you're talking about the P. What's that? Tell us a little bit more.
So P in the RAMP ramp warm-up stands for potentiate. So what we do before a race run, and not necessarily before practice, is potentiate the muscular system. So that basically just means go through a very heavy or very explosive type of muscular contraction, so jumping, bounding, that sort of thing. And then subsequently when Tahnée hits the pedals for the first pedal stroke out of the start gate, it would make the muscular contractions more forceful. So basically just be able to generate more power, more explosivity, and generally just be a little bit more athletic than you would be if you didn't potentiate.
So a little bit more about that injury that Tahnée had and the specifics he actually took her through to get the elbow working and warmed up.
The only thing holding the elbow together in certain directions is the muscles and the tendons. So we're doing specific warm-up on the forearm muscles and the bicep and the tricep to make sure that the elbow is held together correctly.
Thanks Chris for taking us through Tahnée's warm-up. If you want to see some more videos on GMBN, why don't you click on me and you'll get to a full pro bike playlist.
Or click on me to get a full training playlist.
And don't forget to subscribe by clicking the globe, and why not check out the shop as well.